Hey everybody, so it's April 21st, 2022, day 40 of I Survived Suicide. So a couple things. I didn't update yesterday, or did I? I can't remember. Um, so counseling session yesterday went good. He gave me a relaxation meditation exercise. It's going to be fun to figure out how to do. I've been trying to figure out how to do that breathing exercise for probably 40 years. Um, it's I've my band teacher in grade 7 tried to teach me. Dad tried to teach me. It's breathing into your diaphragm, and I've never understood that. So I'm gonna keep trying it. See, I mean, no, it doesn't hurt, but try and see if I can actually figure out how to do that. I mean, like I said, band teacher and dad tried to teach me. Uh, when I breathe into my lungs, and I don't understand how to move it to the diaphragm. Yeah, I can pop my stomach out. That really doesn't do a whole lot. Uh, when I take a deep breath, then my lungs fill up, and my stomach actually goes in, not out. How they want to teach you. That's kind of why I always had a problem playing like trumpet and sax. I couldn't really do it very well because I couldn't have that breath, and I never understood how to do that. Um, on another note, so I back to the counseling. I've already booked my next appointment, so that's not next week, but the week after. He wants to do it kind of 2 weeks apart. Um, so I try and book him right away so I don't forget. And again, I'm asking for morning appointments, so it's actually a little bit easier. So I'm not killing off a day because, if I'm at 1 o'clock, I've killed off half my day on jobs. If I can do it at 8:30 in the morning, then I've got the rest of the day and I can keep going. So there's that. So puppy story. Yeah, I was scammed. I was part of the puppy scam. Luckily, it was only a $200 deposit. I kind of figured it was a scam when I first saw it. I asked a few people about it, and it's like, it's probably a scam, but because of my situation, I am pretty desperate for a small dog. I got a bunch of people looking for dogs. I've had some people, get a Doberman, or it's like, well, one guy sent me this. I can't remember the post. It was a while ago, but get a Doberman. It's like, okay, do you not realize how small 900 square feet is? Like, my whole living space is smaller than some people's living rooms. I can't have a big dog. Um, so I'm looking for, something like, a Yorkie, a poodle, um, no bigger than like a pug, uh, just because of size wise. Plus that also, I don't have a yard. I'm on a second floor, so I can't let the dog go outside. I have to take the dog outside. That's part of the other reason why I want the small dogs, so that I have to take the dog outside. Because literally weekends, like if I'm not working or nothing's planned, I come home Friday night, and I I can literally actually stay in here all weekend and not even get dressed, and it's the way it is. Uh, but with a dog that I actually have to take outside, then I'm going for a walk. But after my work, because my work is physically exhausting. Some people don't understand that. Some days it's mentally and physically exhausting. So it's a lot. Like, I don't have energy to go for a 3 mile run. I don't have energy to go for a walk around the block, let alone a run. And a bigger dog would need that. Believe me, my favorite dog in the whole world was Xena, and that was my purebred white shepherd. I loved that girl. I still miss that dog. She was amazing. My favorite dog was her. My next one after that was L'Oreal. Um, Tina will remember L'Oreal, but no one else will remember her because she was gone before I even uh, actually put her down, even before we bought the acreage way back in like 2007. So she was an awesome. She was a mutt. Uh, Even like she was a small medium dog, but even her, like when she was younger, I wouldn't be able to handle her now just because too much running and my body's shot. Like my back, I walk around this place for probably a good 35 minutes, 45 minutes in the morning, just trying to straighten my back out. My knees. There's a lot of days I'm actually wearing knee pads, or not knee pads, my tensor bandages on my knees, just because I'm kneeling on concrete day in, day out, 50 times a day. My knees are not in good shape. So, you know, trying to get me doing any running, it's not gonna happen. It'll like it's bad enough. I can almost pop. Actually, I have popped my kneecap out, so can't do that. That's why I'm looking for the small dog. Something I can put on a long rope and run around the parking lot, and hey, there you go. -20 outside and there's 2 feet of snow. Oh, you don't want to go outside? That's fine by me. There's a pee pad for you. Have at her. That kind of thing. Another thing is I got my ring. This is a spinning ring. Obviously, it's a little bit small. I measured, so I don't think I measured properly. I wanted it on this finger, and that's about as far as it'll go. So it won't work. I'll try it on this one, see how well it works, and I might end up having to buy a bigger one. We'll see how well this works. I'm playing with it a whole lot. Don't know if it's working very well for my anxiety, but we'll see when I get into a really high anxiety situation. See how well it. I don't know. I might spin the thing off its bearings. We'll see. Other than that, so I back to the puppy thing. I called the bank, and learning lesson for everybody. E-transfers are just like cash. So there's no way the bank can return the money. Even with a transaction number, it's gone. So I'm out $200. I understand the reason for deposits, because they want to know that you're serious. They're not going to hold a dog for you for whatever. But I'll, depending on where they are, if I find another one that I can actually afford, it'll be okay. I'll meet you somewhere. I can look at the dog, and then I'll give you a deposit. I'm not going to drive out to Edmonton to pay a deposit. It's just not in my cards there. I got no plans on that. But I might meet him halfway. Maybe meet in Red Deer or something like that. That I would consider. And then, of course, if the dog was legit and I paid the deposit, then I'd drive up to Edmonton to pick up the dog. I wouldn't have a problem with that. The other thing is, I was going to go to the police station today and file a police report. Honestly, I don't even know if they're going to do anything. It could be a complete waste of time. But by the time I got back into town, the office is closed because the office is only open bankers hours type thing. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to tomorrow because I've got a full schedule, and my last job is they got scheduled between 12 and 4, but it's in Canmore, so that's a bit of a trek from Canmore to Strathmore. We'll see how that works. I'm getting a little bit pissed off with a couple of our installers just because they're rushing, and because they're on task pay. They're trying to get done quick, and I'm going to, like, pretty much like I did an install yesterday, and did some more of it this morning. I had to leave to go do service calls, and all my service calls today were related to installs. or sorry, one of them wasn't. And I had 6 calls today, counting the install I did this morning. So 5 service calls. One of them was a steam humidifier that was flashing service after 2 months. The other 4 are fixing issues from installers. Some of them are even, well, one of them I went to, he installed it yesterday. And I mean, you couldn't even put the freaking door on the furnace properly, so there was no power. Like, guys, do you not check your shit after you're done? Like, seriously. It's so frustrating. Like, I talk to, like, don't get me wrong, I love the company I work for. They're great. The boss, Jacob, is freaking awesome. But it's putting a bad name on the company. And, I wish you'd get rid of the task pay and get rid of, they're doing 2 jobs a day. Get rid of the 2 jobs a day. Do one job and pay them 8 hours. Okay, you got, if you go over 4:30, dude, that's on you. Do one job a day. Do one quality job is better, in my opinion, is better than doing 2 jobs half-assed and then sending the service guy to try and fix it, because half the time it's butchered so bad that it's like, okay, well, I can make it work, but it's not going to be right. What do I do? I'm going to, spend a little bit of time and put the extra glue on the pipes so that they're sealed, instead of, great, so now I get to go and I get to butcher and cut up a whole bunch of venting pipe just to make it so it doesn't leak water, condensate all over the place, because someone was being fast and, I got a furnace installed in 3.5 hours, so instead of 4.5 hours. So, but yeah, I had to go back and spend 2 hours to fix it. Did we make anything? No, we lost. That's just my opinion, but I'm not the boss and I don't run the company. Do I want to run the company? No. I tried to be a manager. I thought about years ago starting my own company up, and it's too much of a headache for me. I don't want to have to go and try and find business. I don't want to have to spend the money in licensing because I've always, well, I not always, but I've lived out of the city of Calgary for years. When I was on the acreage, for me to get a business license in Calgary was $1,000 a year. We were between Chestmere and Langdon. That was Chestmere was $1,000. Langdon was $1,000. If I wanted to do Strathmore, that was $1,000. So I'm looking at $4,000 outright just on doing a business license, and I'm not even going to turn a profit. And that's going to be a lot of outflow. Plus, then you're looking at a vehicle. Now, I did have a minivan a while ago. That thing had issues, so it wouldn't have ran very well for much longer. But that's why I got a whole crap load of parts in this place, is because I was going to start a business. I got control boards. I got a few motors left, but most of those are gone. I got a bunch of thermostats and some igniters and things like that. But I was starting to do that. Like, I was starting to get things set up. And then it's like, how much is a business license? And I haven't even looked at doing insurance yet. Then I need to worry about the vehicle being on commercial and not on a personal use, because that's a huge fine. So I thought about doing it, and it's just like, you know what? No, I'm not. I don't want to get into that kind of a headache. Like right now, it's on the company to find me work. It's not on me. So yeah, I mean, if I got no work tomorrow, then I don't get paid. But at least I can go and bitch at the boss about, dude, you need to find me work. Like, I need to get money going. Whereas if it's me running the business, it's I'm gonna be out there pounding the pavement, knocking on doors, trying to get anything to go. And like right now, I can actually refuse a job because it's like, well, okay, this is unsafe, or I'm going into a house and they've got 14 litter boxes right by the furnace, that haven't been emptied in however long. It's like, no, you empty that, call me back. Whereas if I'm on my own and it's the only job I got that day or that week, it's like, okay, you know what? I gotta get down and I gotta deal with it. and then I'm looking at more health issues. So a lot of people have suggested doing that, and it's I don't want, I've never wanted that kind of a headache. Um, the only reason I started doing, like, I'll do the odd side thing for some people, but even that, like, I don't do that for a whole lot. Just because, I do this all day, at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever time I get home, I want to be done. Like, I don't want to go out and deal with someone else's. I'll do the odd one, but not, I'm not looking at doing, one a night like some of the guys in the trade do. I'll do one a month maybe, and that's even that. Like, I bought this place almost 5 years ago, and I've done, I don't know. Well, I did Tina's barn. Did a few jobs in there. Um, did some work at Mason's place. Couple tune-ups at another customer's place, but they've moved, so they're done. And I'm dealing with one two-peter. So I don't want to get into that kind of a headache. That's enough. Yeah, you know what, the money's good, the money's nice, but again, come home. I need that time to try and heal my body, because it's not in good shape. I was trying to do some exercises. I got into personal training before I tried to kill myself. I was gonna look at doing yoga, but it's kind of a hitter. Some guys are saying, yeah, it works great. Some say, they found it a waste of time. Part of the problem is just because I'm so small. I don't have that much mass around my joints, which is why I was starting to do some exercising. But then, the crap with the bag in the UK, I took things wrong, and I haven't been back yet. I'm still trying to build up my finances. Like I'm so far behind on some bills, because really my paychecks are like a quarter of what they're supposed to be. This one coming up should be pretty good, so I should be able to take care of a lot of them. But I got to set up some arrangements with a condo. We'll get those submitted, and then get caught up on a few other bills, and we'll take it from there. Sorry it's such a long one. A little bit long-winded today. Other than that, keep trucking, stay strong. If you feel those thoughts, seek help however you can. We're all in this shit show together. Cheers.